it's approaching the supreme moment. Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead, it's for the taking if you want it. If not, the dream dies and you'll be forever haunted. Then confront it.
What's good? So for today's video, we're going to cover the topic of equipment and building the right types of setups for the right type of equipment. So if you're looking for basics and overall introduction to the game, I did a pretty thorough tutorial for beginners, so definitely check that out. I'll put it in the pinned comments. It covers a range of, what to expect, starting off a new account, whatever. So definitely make sure to check that out. For this one, it's specifically going to be just related to equipment. So let's go ahead and get started. If you're under the character section, if you select any of the characters, your equipment section is going to be the 5th button on the bottom. So if you select that, you'll be taken to the equipment portion. So you have a total of 6 slots where you can assign certain types of equipments to each of your characters. So I've got a current setup right here. It's pretty much kind of like, I don't know what I've built so far, but if you select each of the equipment, before we get into that, you can actually sort it by all or different types of sections within the equipment slot. So we'll just have the grand range of, overall range of all equipment. So if we pick this one, this is basically like armband type deals. You notice it's got Kougeki Ryoku 411, so increase attack by 411. That is the status boost of this particular equipment. If you select any of these other ones, you've got, this is the new effect, so however much of a boost you'll have based on changing the equipment. This one decreases by 194, so you obviously don't want to do that. But the thing to consider here is, on top of each of the boosts to whatever stats it is based on the type of equipment, you have a secondary factor within this. Basically, the one I have set up says 4 sets, critical確率plus 30%. So this is increasing critical hits percentage by 30%. This one, however, is a different effect. So you have 2 sets. So basically, 2 items creates a set for this one, and it'll increase critical take, which is like critical. What's the right word I'm thinking of? Like basically critical guard, I guess. Guards against critical hits, basically, is 20%. So you have different types of overall set effects or set builds based on the types of combination of equipment. So you definitely do want to factor that in whenever you are, picking out equipment to assign. So each one has like different effects and also different types of sets you can create. Like this one is increase attack by 208, and then 4 sets. So 4 items creating a set will increase HP by 20%. This one is pretty much the same. This one is 4 set, HP 20%. You'll have stuff like, attack, basically like recovery. I think there's some that are evasion related. We'll just pick on let's just select all these and kind of go through each one of these and see what it does. So like, on top of increasing stats based on a certain number, you also do have a combination of different sets, and it can range from 2 sets to 4 sets. So basically, you just have to figure out how to go about creating sets, because sometimes it's beneficial to find a balanced approach. It might not provide the biggest boost overall, but it'll allow you to create a set which is going to give you a pretty good percentage of increasing certain elements within the character abilities. So the other thing to note is, if you notice on here, you have a section within each item to this yellow button right here. You actually have the ability to increase the, let's say enhance the equipment, so to speak. If you select this, it's going to allow you to increase up to max level of 5 to increase certain effects. So for this one, this is a Bulgaric, so it's going to be increasing defense by 61. So we'll just go, for this video's example, I'll go ahead and go through the process of boosting it. So you can do it, like I said, up to level 5. So this will further help the units become a little bit better in terms of battle power overall increase. Not something I would really focus on too much. If you have the ability to do so, it's a nice little boost to have for that. In addition to that, you have, once you get to a max level of 5, you have the ability to awaken this equipment. So if you go here, based on the items, you can actually upgrade your equipment. So we'll go ahead and do that now for this particular video. That way you can kind of see it visibly. So this one will still be an R type equipment, but you do get a star assignment to it. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so what this did was increase defense by 2.9%. And basically, yeah, that's the deal with that. Let's see what this actually does right here, because I'm not quite sure. So it'll increase the stats individually. This is like the nintori, so I guess like evasion levels, I think would be the exact translation for it. So you can upgrade your equipment on top of that. You can assign different things, stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. It does have a lot of elements. What I'm curious about here is if yeah, so okay, so you basically upgraded your equipment. Now you can level it up to like level 5, I'm guessing again, and then you'll be able to awaken the item to even a better setup. So this is one good way to continue to upgrade equipment, especially if you have better like SR, SSR type equipment. You could easily improve it and make your characters a little bit more tough. So like I said, for this video's purpose, we'll just kind of go through it and see the effects of it, And again, you can awaken it depending on what type of. So it'll be a 2-star after that. So if you can continue to improve the equipment over the course of time, I'm not going to keep doing that. I just wanted to show you visibly what that would look like. So that's pretty much, in summary, what I wanted to talk about. But I do want to close out by going to the section on the shop, which is the 5th button on the bottom in the home screen. On the top right here, it's the equipment gacha. So you do have a free daily. So make sure to go here and summon on this, because you do get a free equipment per day to pull on this. So you do have like different setups. I mean, you got a 4% chance to get an SSR type equipment, so there are some good units on here. I mean, it's obviously pretty low percentage in the grand scheme of things. I haven't really pulled an SSR so far. I think it's mostly been like R types, I think. SR is 30%, so there are some good equipment, and it's a good way to build up your equipment deck, I guess, so to speak. So again, this is basically a summary of an overview of how to go about building the right setups for the equipment, or right sets, assigning each equipment to get the maximum boost overall. But you also do want to look for a balance between what individual equipment provides in terms of a stat boost, but also creating sets to get a further percentage increase towards stuff like critical hits and attack power and stuff like that. So again, I'll try and do tutorials like this as much as possible. I'm a little bit limited, but hopefully you found this helpful. If you want me to continue doing stuff like this, definitely leave a comment. Or in fact, if you have some additional tips and tricks or advice that you have for newer players, definitely make sure to leave a comment as well. All right, well, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you guys later.